Welcome back! We're finally doing the trial.
I have to burp.
Okay, cool. Ooh. Set skills. I guess... Yeah, these are the only skills that I can use, so... I probably should have bought more. Change difficulty. Okay, we can change difficulty if this is too hard. I set this to the hardest difficulty, by the way.
Are you serious? That's why we got nothing.
Finish reparations.
Oh, remember the girl that you
then,
watched?
let's
She probably
begin
didn't
with a
have. She
simple
didn't.
explanation of the class trial.
She didn't have it on hard difficulty. Remember?
Yeah.
So that's probably why the clue of like maybe the name upside down was on there.
No, it's always on there like that.
Really?
Yeah. The story's always gonna be the same.
Looky.
Wow!
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
He's gonna say it like this. If you can figure out who done it... I like that better.
If you vote correctly,
Who done it?
only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
I gotta be next to the bitch.
Right?
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Total Drama Island?
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
I really like that everything's voice acted right now.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course.
Wow.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
Man, I got like a huge upsetting thing in my stomach right now.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
What the fuck?
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What's that mean?
I think you're still a suspect, my dude.
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Okay.
The most pressing issue on our minds?
Yeah.
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
Very high voice. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that. But ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can do that... No. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We need to do this, no matter what. So, the class trial has finally started. And this beat is popping. From this point on, you will provide simple tutorials. We will provide simple tutorials for every information moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during the class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak on one after another, without any breaks. It is up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Okay. Pay close attention to each character's statement and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun.
You use the same voice you use as the narrator in never mind. I can't remember the game now. Monster Prom.
Okay, caps and floorboard, a knife.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
Let's just listen to all that.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
I think it's that what I had to shoot with the bloodstain under the
Obviously,
table.
by hiding the body, they tried to delay its discovery.
Gaps in the floor, right?
Like
Is
a
that what
dog
this says?
burying a bone.
What was that? Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was
Yeah,
Byakuya's
bloodstain under the table.
body in a place like that?
Yeah.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Very back in the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why? Try to remember
Yeah.
what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Yeah.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Dude, what is your problem?
I respond
Him
better
and
to
her
praise,
and like
you know.
fucking
Yeah, what the
mafia
If the
dude are
killer
like
didn't
tame.
move the body, why was it under the table?
That's also confusing.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What?
Why
you
did
think
he
he
go
was
under
killed
the
under the
table?
table?
Maybe he tried to hide there.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
No, he was never a
The hell
jokester.
he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was? Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
No.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the... What did it
He's-
say?
What?
I didn't get to read all of that.
I forgot. I think
Then it's
the
probably...
night vision goggles, he was reaching for them so he could see at the night. Because they were inside the aluminum table, inside the case, but that was the only thing that was open.
Let's see. He was reaching for the night vision goggles, you think?
Yeah.
Was the Duralumin case under the table?
No, it wasn't on the table, it was all across the room. But it was open.
You think... Okay, let's go with this.
Well, I mean, unless you have something else.
So it's not right.
This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong.
Crap!
Everyone's staring. Looks like I made a fool of myself in front of everyone. Shit! Byakuya go on the table was. And it's probably...
The knife?
Let's see. Dove under the table. Because... Shit. I feel like maybe it's the Duralumin case.
It
Right?
wasn't near him. It was all the way across the room.
Yeah, but I mean, where was the Duralumin case?
On the other side of the room.
Not by the table?
It wasn't by the table at all. When we walked inside the room, it was to your left.
Is it because of the knife? It's because of the... Damn, what the fuck? What could it be?
Either it's the knife or because of the note threat that he got.
Someone is gonna die tonight. No, it can't be the threat. Let's go with
I can
this.
prove it with this.
Alright.
Where's the knife?
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
It's not.
Byakuya
Yeah.
probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
Did he hide that there,
No,
just in case?
that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
Yeah. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. From this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. Yep.
Oh boy.
No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at the time. This means there will be a false weak spot. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower the trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you at a aim. However, this does consume focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun. How do we fast forward then?
Mug Bloodstain, guts on floor, easy time.
Oh my god.
Goggles. Bloodstain on the table, floorboards. Knife.
I'm sure Byaku.
Okay, let's see. Concentrate, space. I guess we don't have one. I think maybe. Okay.
That sounds correct. If that's the case,
I don't even remember what she said.
during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
The night vision goggles.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
That's wrong.
I
Night vision
doubt
goggles.
he could
Okay,
see
that's
the
wrong.
killer.
I think he could have. I think he did see it.
He did. He opened the case.
So getting under the table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but.
I'm sure Byakuya
Okay.
looked under the table
Yep.
during the blackout.
So
That sounds
the killer
correct.
put the knife on there to fake
that's the
that
case-
as a murder weapon, then stabbed him with the skewer.
During the blackout, Mr.
Instead.
Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
Maybe.
But it was super pitch
Why is my
black.
reticle constantly moving?
It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya
Okay.
couldn't see in the dark either.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
That's why he said that statement. He saw the killer.
Oh,
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
what? Whoa, what is this?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
What is this?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Yeah. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASDs. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically or sideways or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews, oh my god, to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other player's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If this happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's gonna be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute the weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't cut the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remarks. Huh? What's a truth blade? Oh my god.
Why'd you pick this voice?
It's just going on tutorial forever. I am terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will remark you I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. Seriously? That's seriously? In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook, and you. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key, okay. Well then, good luck, have fun.
I have no idea what the fuck.
I did not really get any of this. Knife, Duralman case. I feel like.
Yeah, it came from the Duralman case.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles.
Wait, what am I doing?
That's gotta be it.
I can't back down.
Cross swords. I didn't.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
I don't get
if
what's.
they use night vision goggles, then they could kill
Cuts?
Byakuya even
What am I
in the
supposed to be
dark.
cutting?
I mean,
Oh.
in reality, that's so those goggles were planted to
Oh.
brought them to the crime scene.
Oh!
What are you doing? You're losing.
What?
You lost.
I mean, I was overcome. Just gonna go back to the original
If you
topic.
just use common sense,
What?
the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
If you just
Wait,
use
what?
common sense,
Losing this horribly.
the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down.
So, okay.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they use night vision
Cut her
goggles,
words.
then they could kill Byakuya even in reality. That's what happened.
Why-
So those goggles
okay.
were
What?
planned in advance.
You hit the
Killer brought them
red.
to the crime scene.
No, I can't hit.
There!
Why should I hit the red?
You hit the yellow was right there. Why didn't you hit it?
Well, you told me to hit the red. I was hitting the red. What are you talking about? You want to try this? Do you know how to do
If
this?
you just use common
No,
sense, the killer
use
obviously used those
this.
night vision
I
goggles.
am using
That's
that.
gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they
Gee
use
whiz.
night vision, then they could kill Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I don't get it. I don't get what I just did.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party,
I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what the fuck that. Yeah, I don't understand that game.
we found a smaller case for storing the night vision
I
goggles.
think Hangman's easier.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case.
I bet I'm the ultimate detective. I mean, look at that. Look at that tie.
Since he
That
was
tie
carrying
says
it around
detective
before the
right there.
blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then
Yeah, ho.
was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I?
Huh?
Times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Okay.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
Knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it.
The duct tape. It was sticking to the duct tape.
Duct tape. Oh, it was stuck to the table.
See! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic.
No, he knew it was there.
But why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
He knew it was there. That's why he grabbed it and tried to go for it.
But he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
I think he hid it there for
He went
himself.
above
That's
and
why he
beyond,
added the
being a
glow in
little
the dark shit to
cautious.
it.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you
yeah.
saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
Shut the fuck up,
You think
Gundam.
so too, right, Hajime?
That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that the murder would occur because of the
Threat.
Where is it?
You just skipped it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Be careful.
I can prove it with this.
Yeah.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will probably happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
Lies are truths that just haven't been repeated enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place.
Look at
He
Buki's all
tried to
happy.
create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might have been just a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
You should have told us you received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Yeah, whoever it was, raise their hand.
Obviously, the killer.
The killer? Can I not progress? Okay, is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
Good one, Gundam.
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya? There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is
Yeah.
it, Miss Sonia?
Okay, Sim.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right.
Huh.
They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Because of the glow-in-the-dark tape. Because because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
Yeah,
They had to have already
that's
known.
the point.
That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Yeah, you.
That seals it. The killer is
Yeah.
whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Ah, come on, Kazuichi. It's not.
It was you! Peko Pekoyama!
Okay, so it's Peko. I've been saying her name wrong the whole time.
I thought it was Peko.
Peko.
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Okay, Ibuki. You're so.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How
Alright.
can you believe her so easily?
But with Pecco's height, I didn't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. It will call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots. The blue-colored weak spots will also be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes. Wait, instead of arguing that one other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with another weakness, it will become a logically sound argument.
Agreement.
Isn't it a little Martin here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated.
Oh my god.
Okay. I have to argue or agree. Okay. Nikamara's account, Teruteru's account, or Chiaki's account. I feel like it's gonna be Chiaki's account. No, not
Since
Ibuki.
Peko was in the office,
No, wait, what?
Listen to this first.
she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's
Nope.
impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office.
Was she taking a
Not even
shit?
before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
I really feel like it's Hiyoko. I really wanted to like you, Hiyoko, but you're just being an
Why
asshole.
does Chiaki's testimony have anything to do with Pecco's?
Whose?
What does Chiaki's testimony have to do with Pecco's?
Which one is Chiaki again?
The gamer girl.
Okay. Just
picked
from
hers?
listening to Pecco's testimony, it's not weird to find her. Okay. But I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Since
not
Peko was in
Chiaki.
the office, she could
Teru?
have caused the
No.
blackout at any
Teru.
time.
What was Teru's account
That's
again?
impossible.
Saying that he's a-
Oh yeah. So it has to be Nikamaru.
Why is it impossible?
Because
Because I was not in the office.
was she in the
Not even
bathroom?
Before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Okay. Consent? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
I am. But that's besides the point.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be true.
It's okay to take a shit. Even girls take shit
Locked
sometimes.
yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd
Oh,
admit.
man.
There's no way she'd admit you was taking a shit.
Oh my god.
Weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
She just needed to take a shit.
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used
Oh my
the
God.
bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Shut the fuck up.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office,
Yeah.
I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey,
Okay.
how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
What the fuck?
Seriously, stop it.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Oh.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
Okay.
See, that might have
Taro
happened.
Taro's the only one who had that in the food.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Oh god, now what? Make your argument. Or it could be, or we...
Knife, AC, night vision, party dishes, embarrassing pose.
The party dishes.
Party. Yeah, I feel like it's party
Did
dishes
you eat
too.
anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Oh, you ate the
Now that
thing.
you mention it, you brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Let's figure it out.
Cooked the food. How
Yeah.
suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Laxative would ruin tastes. Would it really be party dishes? Whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or not, someone potentially caused it. We need to clarify it first.
Did you eat anything
Knife,
weird?
AC, night goggles, embarrassing pose, party dishes.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
what
eating
else?
anything weird. Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right?
Food to the office.
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Nope. Okay.
When did you do the laxative ones?
What was I wrong about something? I didn't put any laxatives in my dish. Yeah. Okay.
Did you eat anything weird?
You think the
I don't
laxatives?
remember eating anything weird.
No, because we're disagreeing.
Now that you mention it,
Might have been laxatives in it.
you brought
Knife,
food to the
AC,
office, right?
night goggles, party
Just a little
dish,
bit from the dining hall.
embarrassing pose.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
I'll go back to party dishes.
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Okay. Laxatives would ruin the. Okay, I'm gonna shoot.
Did you eat anything weird?
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
There might have been laxatives inside.
Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
Yeah, he's got a little snotty
There
coming
might
out
have
of
been
his
some
nose.
laxatives in it, don't you think? No, that's wrong.
Party dish.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pecco wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the
Oh,
food
okay.
had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize.
Don't worry,
for
Taro,
causing
Taro.
a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Oh my god.
There's this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Oh my god.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make
I
it
hope she
clear
dies.
how the blackout occurred. Irons in the storage room, storage on the tablecloth, Teru's account, Chiaki's account.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
I'm gonna
Did
bop
they
you in
throw
the
a
head.
stone and hit it?
Nope.
Maybe they used a remote control?
Nope.
Remote control.
Probably messed with the breaker.
Is there an AC? Is the AC
It does
here?
not have to be the breaker.
It doesn't
They
have
may
to
have
be bigger.
tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Yes.
Or maybe they
Yes.
caused a power surge?
Iron in the storage rooms.
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Okay. We believe you, Mikan. She's just she's a meanie. I'm pretty sure I already have that clue.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
No.
Probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker.
Mikan is not as trashy
They may
skin.
have
Anybody who
tampered
makes
with the
fun.
power supply and transmitters.
What?
I doubt the power supply or the power transmitters were actually tampered. Okay. Damn, what the fuck? I haven't even seen those before. I should think. Maybe it's the one after her?
Breaker, and how did they do it?
Okay.
If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
I'm gonna bop you on the head!
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
How do I fast forward again? Fast forward argument control key. Okay.
Probably.
It does not have to be. They may have tampered with, or maybe they caused a power surge.
I bet it's really Monokuma's
I
fault.
missed.
God damn it!
Not a trashy skank.
You're not a trashy skank, we know.
Who tripped the breaker? If you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote...
Probably.
Right.
It does not have to be. They may have tampered with it, or maybe they caused a power surge.
There we
I agree
go.
with that.
I agree with that argument!
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
What the fuck? Okay.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Yeah?
That's inexcusable!
Why? Rebuttal showdown? I still don't get this. Night vision goggles, Duralumine case, iron storage. AC timer, night vision goggles, Duralumine case, iron storage. Irons in the storage room. Storage room tablecloth.
I guess irons in the storage room. Because we're disputing that.
Huh?
Irons in the storage
The irons in the
table!
storage room caused the blackout. Then for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the store, and that means everyone who, when the blackout occurred, can't be a suspect.
People who were in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. Is that really it? Narrowing down the suspect like that is dangerous. I should address that.
The
first.
irons in the storage room caused the blackout. Then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Man.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to. If the irons caused the, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only
But the
reason.
people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons, then the killer had to go to
Fuck.
the storage room before that and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Okay.
People in the dining hall weren't. If the irons caused the blackout.
Don't mess with me. That's not even a real answer. Okay. Shit.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able
What
to
did that
cause
say?
the blackout.
It's not the irons.
The irons caused the blackout.
The
Then the
irons caused the
killer had to go
blackout.
to the storage room before that and turn on the irons. Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the
Permanent
blackout,
case.
then the
Is
killer
it
had to go to
the
the storage room before that
storage
turn on
tablecloth?
the irons.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Because of the blood in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The people in the
I
dining
don't get
hall
it.
weren't able to cause. If the irons caused the blackout,
What the fuck? This is so hard.
The AC timer.
but the people in the
Why is
dining
it the
hall
AC
weren't able to
timer?
cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout,
You don't know.
then the killer had to go to the storage room before and turn on the irons.
I still don't get
How
this
do you
minigame.
intend to take back what you said?
I don't intend to
People in
take
the
back
dining
anything.
hall were- If the irons caused the blackout,
Allow me to
Ah!
cut through those words.
Right.
I'm gonna cut through those words. Why?
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The air conditioner and the line and the
The
irons
timers
caused
for
the
both
blackout.
air conditioners
Too
were
much
set to
electricity.
11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hams died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see.
Okay.
I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
Alright, this sucks. But I'm gonna cut it right here.
What?
Yeah, I mean... it just takes so long to render these, you know?
Okay. Bye guys.
So we'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully we'll find out who the killer is.